Right then guys, welcome to another week's video. I'll just give you a bit of a story of how the week's gone. It's Saturday now. It was VE Day yesterday on Friday, so I hope you all had a street celebration and enjoyed yourself with that. Like I say, it's Saturday. I'm doing some work on the van today. This week, mainly I've been doing some work on the house, and for the main fact is that I never know when I'm going to get called back into work, so I want to get those jobs done as well. So back on Saturday again, I'm going to jobs for this weekend. I'm going to carry on repairing this roof. I'm also probably tomorrow going to have a go at putting that window in. I know I keep saying I'm going to put that window in, but I am going to have a go at putting that window in probably tomorrow. And another thing that I'm going to try and get done this week is I'm going to try and get this haircut. So the time's come where someone in the house has got it. So we've nominated my wife Lisa. She's going to cut my hair. She's probably the most experienced because she cuts the dog's hair, so she's more trained than anybody in the house to cut hair. So that could be a laugh tomorrow when we see what state that turns out. So yeah, I'm going to crack on and do a bit of work, I think. Thank you. Next guys, I'm going to play a little clip of another issue that we've had as well. So in the week when I wasn't working on the van and we had a bit of rain, we've got another issue, we've got another leak. So I'm going to play that video and then I'm going to quickly explain the issue and how I'm going to solve it. So I'll put that on next. You can have a quick look before we carry on. Another thing I've spotted as well, guys, when I've come to the van this morning, I haven't spotted this before. Like I said, we've had rain for Thursday, probably for 2 or 3 days, on and off. And I've noticed on my rear engine bay there, as you can see, it's flooded. It's obviously there's water coming from somewhere. And I haven't noticed this before. So, and it's raining a little bit outside and I can't see any more drip, so I'm going to have to investigate this further. The way that it's on the engine cover, and the way there's quite a bit of water in there, as you can see. I mean, and there's not much here, so it looks like it's dropped in it from above, and I can't see anywhere where it's dropped in. The roof is all dry, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to I thought I've got another issue here. I don't know where that's come from, that water. So it was dry when we left it because it was sunny it was dry when it left, it wasn't. It was sunny like last week when I did last week's video and I painted all these. So yeah, and obviously it's leaking from that windowsill there, which I'm going to have a look at. You guys have put comments on what to use and what to try, so I'm going to have a go at that, hopefully, if the weather improves. But yeah, I may have another issue here with it dripping water from somewhere, but I can't see it at the minute. I've had 5 or 10 minutes and I've just sat here in the back. But yeah, it's knocked off raining a little bit, so I'll dry it up and then see what's going on. Just as I was about to go in the house, I turned around and in the corner of my eye, I spotted some water dropping, and I've just found where it's leaking from. I'll turn you around and quickly show you. This could be a big problem now if there's water all in here from the roof. So, and I don't know how well this is going to come out, so it is dripping, not that one, from there where that screw's been put through. So I need to investigate that and try and fix that. There you go. So at least I found where it's leaking from. All these seem fine. I don't know what they're for. They're probably something to do with that bodged up roof. But at least I know now. Another job to have a look. So yeah guys, it was actually leaking from one of these holes here. So it was leaking, it still is leaking. I haven't done anything with it yet. So, and I kept thinking to myself, well, why is that started leaking? So much changed. The van hasn't changed. I haven't done anything with it. The only thing that was screwed in along this this rail was the curtain rail. So I've took the curtain rail out, and then obviously to do other bits and bobs, and it started leaking. So that's where that's coming from. How I'm going to fix it yet, I don't really know, because obviously I've painted the other side of here, and it'd be nice just to drop some welds on to stop it from leaking, because I'm not going to use the old curtain rail, but then I'm going to burn the paint on the opposite side. So it may just be a case of dropping some like Sikaflex sealer or something on there, and it's only leaking from the one. But yeah, it was sort of pop riveted all the way along there, and that's why that's leaking. But thankfully, it's not a big job. I thought it could have been leaking from the roof or anything, but it's not. That's where it's dripping from. So sigh of relief really that is quite an easy fix compared to some of the other jobs. So yeah, that's where that was leaking from, so at least we know where that's coming from. So yeah guys, I'm gonna go and right then guys, quickly explain what we're doing. If you remember from last week, obviously we did that repair there, didn't we? And we just quickly threw some fiberglass over it just because I couldn't carry on with it. So it's covered with glue all the way along that rail, so that's what I'm doing first. Grinding all that glue off. It looks bad to be fair, so, and then we'll start doing any repairs. I'm just trying to get on the phone now, apparently see if I can get some seam sealer for down this seam, which is pretty good to be fair, but I want to go over it again. It won't hurt before we paint. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with that. Right then, so ground off all the sealer that was all on there that you saw, and I've just quickly for now just whizzed along all those marks now with an 80 grit on my sander. I'm just gonna fill the repair that we did a little bit better, put a bit of rust inhibitor down some of the little surface bits of rust, and then we'll start prepping it up ready for paint. I've just bought some sealer. I'll show you the sealer. It's hard. It's got that old black sealer there right on the edge. I think I'm going to take the time to try and get that off and see what's behind there, and then put some fresh on, and then probably paint tomorrow. But I'm going to use the Rustoleum paint, obviously the same colour as the van, because this roof will be an absolute nightmare to sort of mask to spray. I'm just going to brush paint and roller it on. I think that's the easiest option for that really, the roof. I'm going to use my favourite motto, and you're not going to really see it anyway, but you're not, so I'm going to just brush and roller it on. You can roller this paint on and you can spray it on, so I'm going to do that. Father-in-law's going to pop round in a second, borrow some of his tools back off me, so he's come back round for his jet wash which I lent a few years ago. Right then, so remember that hole I showed you before? I've ground it all away, and I'll be honest, there was just a tiniest like where it had gone through, and to be honest, I think I would make more mess of that trying to actually grind and put a patch in by the time I've cut that little tiny section out than I would if I just put a. I've managed to get most of the rust out. I'll put some rust converter on. I'll just give it a tiny bit of fiberglass, and that's what I'm going to do with that. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the fiberglass to dry now, and I'll start preparing all the roof and giving it a little skimmer filler and where I need to, ready to put some paint on. So guys, I've just started putting some filler on that repair again, so we've worked our way along there now, ready to put some paint in. With the filler now in this kind of weather, if you're new to using body filler, that kind of repair is pretty much all you're going to be able to do. That size is about all you're going to do before the filler starts going off, so it's quite expensive, filler is, so tip of the day I guess, don't get trying to mix too much at once, because it goes off so fast in this kind of weather. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. So I've been putting some coats, some skims of filler over that, and mainly I've just been trying to concentrate, trying to get that line right there. I mean, it's not that important up here, but I've got to put that line in there. I'm just going to give it another skim of filler, some quite big pinholes in it. So I'm just going to put another skim of filler on there, show you what we've been doing at the back. Lisa's been Lisa's been having a go at the back. She's put a skim of filler across the back by where the tailgate is. So that's all ready. And I might just need a couple of little skims over in some of the where it's got pinholes, but the repairs are all okay. Right, and guys, I hope you can see this. I hope it comes out alright on my phone, but I'm quite happy with that repair now. As I say, I'm only going to brush paint and roller paint this stuff on tomorrow, so on the roof, because it's just going to be a nightmare to mask all this out like I've just said. The only thing I am going to do now, as you can see, I've still got all my 80 grit scratch marks in. I'm just going to give that a quick, I'm just giving the whole roof a quick 240 in. And I'm going to put some sealer. I've just bought some new sealer. It's called Tiger Seal, I believe. I'm going to put that down that gap, leave that for tonight, and then I'm going to paint it all tomorrow. Yeah guys, just been out and bought some of this Tiger Seal. He said it's for windows as well, so while I'm at it, what I'm going to do, turn it back around there, I'm going to try and put some in that seal there, just experiment with it really, to see if it actually, it says it seals window seals, so I'm going to try it there, and then when I give the van a quick wash off tomorrow, I'm going to see whether it's done anything. So guys, I'll quickly show you where I've finished up today. So as you can see, I've Tiger Sealed all along there again. Paint over this stuff apparently, I haven't used it before. Had it from Halford, it's called Tiger Seal. I've also put some in that window gap there, and jump down. And I've also put some up there as well in those holes, see whether that seals it from the water leak. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to weld them, simple as that. So guys, that's me done for today. I'll catch you all tomorrow and get this roof painted tomorrow. A big good job done then, that will. Then I'm going to lift that up again, and I can just concentrate on all the other body work on the van. So guys, catch you all tomorrow. Thank you. Morning guys, it's Sunday. The weather is not great, to be fair. We are going to attempt to paint this roof. I don't know whether it's a good idea or a bad idea, so we're going to use the Combicolor anyway. We're going to have a go at painting the roof. Apparently you can roller it on, so that's what we're going to do. So you'll need a roller and a high density foam rolling pad or whatever they're called. And you'll need quite a few of them apparently, because they obviously break down with the thinners in the paint, so grab yourself a few of those. Yeah, that's what we're going to attempt to do, other than the weather's not great. And I know what you're all thinking. Look how fresh my haircut looks today. I don't think she's done a bad job of that, to be fair. I told you she was the most experienced one in the house, because she does cut the dogs there. So right, I'm going to crack on with a bit of work. I say it's Sunday. You can see we can get, to be honest, it looks like it's going to throw it down, but we'll see how much we can get done today. And I'll catch you all in a sec, guys. Thank you. Another quick tip for you, guys. If you're ever painting like round windows, especially these windows with the window seals, and the windows are in, and then you want to do some paint work, a good thing to do, just to move the moulding up from the actual panel, is drop a cable and tuck a cable behind, and it'd be easy to mask too. so you won't get paint on your moulding. And then also you get right down in that moulding when you paint or spray. I've gone all along there, and then when you're done, you just whip the cable back out. But that's another chip. You can buy special masking stuff for that, but a cable or something you got lying around the house is a cheap alternative. Well, it doesn't cost you anything, does it? It's just what you got lying around. So I'm going to push all that in, take that moulding off, it'll be easier, and then paint. Tip of the day, Sunday's tip of the day. Right guys, just going to give it a quick panel wiping before we paint. And I know we're only going to brush paint and roller this on, but this gets rid of any greases and silicons and anything like that that will affect the paintwork, so it's good practice to do it whatever you're painting really. So I'm just going to work my way along there. I'll put in the description where I got it from, but there's loads of options. Just give it a good clean before you start brush painting. We're going to brush paint today, aren't we? That's your job.
Yeah.
And then I'll do all the rollering, the bish bash thank you ma'am sort of stuff. Right then, so we've given it one coat. We've rolled and we've had to brush it on to cut in by the roof. So that is going to need another coat. So I'm going to give that possibly an hour or so to dry, and then I might come round. But it's going to rain any second. So yeah, I'm going to give that another coat. I'll put a video when I finish. When I've finished. It's probably not going to be today. That's probably all I'm going to do for this week. Yeah, that's it rolled on, and I think that's us pretty much done for the week. So guys, again, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Tune in next week, try and get a bit more done. I might carry on with that, putting some coats of that on during the week. But guys, thank you again for subscribing. See you next week. Thank you.